Hi guys, it's Ellie on the Ellie Barnes Psychic YouTube channel, and I'm recording live right before work, and I really want to just get something done for October. I did not do a September forecast because I didn't have time. It was hurricane season. It's still hurricane season. I've got so many issues with hurricanes, and there's more percolating in the Gulf today, October 5th, Monday, that will be coming strongly into the Gulf and hitting somewhere in the northern Gulf region, which is Texas to Panama City, Florida. Anyway, let's not talk about that. We're going to use my faithful map from Robin Miller. Hi, Robin, my second cousin, about the quadrants of the U.S. And I just really want to go back and check up on everyone for coronavirus, schools and businesses opening, the development of and strength of the economy. Politics is another issue. I'm going to do a political report, maybe tonight. I don't want to. I really don't want to. I don't really like what I see at all in American politics in general. So, I mean, it's not my thing. Kind of like I don't really want to do a football reading. I don't know shit about football, so I don't really need to be talking about it. To be honest, politics neither. I've got lots of friends that have political science degrees. They know something about politics. They know something about the structure of government. Me not. Okay. Try not to get my neck too yucky in the picture. All right. Universe, blessings to you and to all of creation. Thank you for coming and working with us today. I had a really strong message today for everyone. I'll go ahead and share that while I'm shuffling. I am trained in Kabbalah studies where we use the glyph of the Tree of Life. It's a complex image and it has a lot of information in it, in symbol form, in mathematical form. And it is a noun. In most people's minds, a noun, the Tree of Life, is a thing, and the universe is a thing, and creation is a thing. But when I'm with the Tree of Life as a being, as a multiple composite being, which it is a verb. It is the creation continually, which has to happen. The flow from the one to the many didn't happen once. It's ongoing. So the Tree of Life is a verb, and that means creation and the universe and God is a verb and a noun at the same time. And I think it's really important to wrap our heads around that idea, that because we really separate nouns and verbs, they can't intertwine. It's a thing or it's in motion. Do it. Put your mind around verb and noun as God and creation and the universe today as both, and interact with it as both. It is very enlightening. So that's your spiritual message for the day. Universe, come down into our work. And we're going to discuss the United States of America in the 4 quadrants: the northwest, the southwest, the northeast, and the southeast, using my colored map. And we're going to put down 4 cards for each region as a rough and large survey of the condition of each region for health, business, economic activity, what's going on for the people, what's on their mind, what are their big things, issues, challenges, etc. that they're dealing with for October. We're going to frame this up. We're just talking about the month of October. We're not talking about November or December. Please show us what's important, what's going on in the United States of America in our 4 quadrants, the most important things. Go above our brains into the infinite field, finding truth and accurate facts and information. Bring that down to us, onto the table, into the reading. The universe is infinite. It contains all information. We're seeking truth and finding it now in ways we understand comfortably and easily. For Ellie and her viewers, thank you, so must it be. Amen. My hair is still wet. I got up early so I could get ready for work because it's Monday, Moon Day, Psychic Day. About to go into Hex, Old World Witchery. and work all day. Oh, oh, sweet. Well, northern half of the country versus the southern half is quite obvious right away to me that there's a lot of difference, northern half versus southern half, in terms of what we're experiencing and thinking about. So, not too bad. Not too bad. Really, I don't. You never know. I don't presuppose. I get it when I get it, and when I ask to do reading work and psychic work, that's when it's valid for me. Things come into my mind often, but I don't really pay a lot of attention to it until I'm really specifically working. Northwest quadrant. Washington, Oregon, Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska. That's just what's on this map. So let's use this. This is what we're saying. Seven of Cups. A lot of unknowns. Spirit's trying to talk to you. Coronavirus is around every corner. I'm really sorry to say it's all through the U.S. We're kind of, saying, I watch it here. I'm around people a little more and more because everyone else is around me. It's hard for me to get away from people. I've got so many masks. I've got them in my purse. I've got them in my pocket. I have them in my briefcase. I have them in my car. I have them at my office. I have them everywhere. And I had a dream last night where I was talking to a group of college students in their dorm, and I said, none of you are wearing masks. We're all close together. And then they showed me myself in a mirror, and I was the one without a mask. Crap, You have bigger dreams in the Northwest than you have actuality, and you've still got a lot of stresses with coronavirus. Although you're holding your head above water financially and in the economy. I call this King of the Hill. This is called Castles in the Air, by the way. 7 and 7. 7, 7, nice. Okay. So I think that it's mixed. You're holding your head above water in some ways, and you're not paying attention to some really other important things. Better weather, clearer skies. Thank God, you guys need that. Happy children, a breath of fresh air, clarity of mind, clarity of work. Queen of Swords, I consider her the bureaucratic woman. She runs the office. She's the corporate manager. She's by the book. She's difficult in a lot of ways. There's not a lot of give with the Queen of Swords. It is what it is, and she's there to execute certain protocol. So I would keep a strong mind in that region, and I wouldn't give in to generalized government messages. I would think for yourself. I would survey your circumstances very specifically and do what you need to for yourself and your family in the Northwest. And I do think you have a nice month of really great weather and clarity of thinking and opportunities to get some things done. Economy, whole country, the economy's meh, okay? Now, as I was laying these out, my spirit guide said, just go on over to the right and then come back to this corner and then go here. This is what I do internally. I just do what I'm told. I used to talk back. Not anymore. Just do what my spirit guides say. North, east. A lot of states over here. I won't name them all, but the green section, okay? I can name them all, though. I've been practicing, okay? Including New York, New Jersey, that kind of Massachusetts, that kind of section up there, I consider kind of Washington, D.C.'s in there, right? Yeah, Washington, D.C.'s in that section. I've consistently used these Knight of Cups and King of Cups for coronavirus. I started seeing them in December last year. I thought they were about love. King of Cups, you always want to say, oh, you're going to the doctor. Doctor's coming to you. It's still around. And on the rise, I'll have to say, love this for politics too, right? I want to tell this right away. This is totally smoke and mirrors. They are giving you one scenario. We love you. We care about you. We're helping you. No, we are stabbing you in the back. We're stealing your shit. We're fucking you right in front of yourself, and you don't know it because we're telling you the opposite. in the Northeast, pay attention to your surroundings. Don't assume that something that the powers tell you is true. Start new work, start new businesses, go to work at anything. People sit around and say, well, my job closed, or my this isn't, so what? Get up, go do something. I'm so tired of people sitting around whining about why things aren't right for them. Get up and go do something. This is a spurt of energy for you in the Northeast. Sorry, up early. Crap. Rising coronavirus cases and better economy, really strong building of new corporate structure. People who have been on the ground floor, which are the essential workers, you've got more power, you're organizing. Think about labor unions, think about strikes. I mean, this is not what people want to hear, but the numbers have the power if you think about it. Really, if you act together, you have a lot of control. I do think new businesses are starting in the Northeast, and they're independent. They are outside. They're mavericks. They're outside the traditional structure. I love the startup idea. People who are interested in going outside the box and starting their own business, do it in the Northeast. Don't trust coronavirus numbers. Think for yourself. Sorry to say, don't trust the government. I haven't trusted the government my whole life. Crap. Okay. Southeast, southwest, orange. A lot of land here. It does include all of California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas. The central country and California, it's important that we see what's going on in California. Wow. Oh, thank God. Some rain and some stopping of the fires. And LA. This is always LA and the movie industry too. I told a client yesterday that's from LA and is actually a famous movie person. I said, California is going to be abandoned in the next 10 years. People are going to move away from the land. It's just going to be too much of a pain in the ass, as beautiful as it is. Some things will stay on the coast because it's safer, but the rest of this country, the rest of that state is going to relocate. Where are they going? Nevada, Utah, Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico. Kansas and Oklahoma and Texas, probably not over there, but they love those states, but no. So think about where you really want to go. Get your natal chart done. There's a technique in astrology that plots based on your birth location where the best places for you are. I'm not sure what that's called. I don't know, astrolocation, maybe, if you want to go to astro.com, which is Astrodienst, which is a really good astrology site. And there's a button, a drop-down button under free horoscopes for, it might be called Astro Travel, and it might be called astrolocation, but it's a good technique of, it arcs out where the planets are at your time of birth and maps it on the earth so that, instead of in the zodiac, maps it on the earth so you can see from where you're born where are these arcing lines, and they are going to cross cities and places, and that's just a good indication of where your body's going to fit in well. So that's good advice for everyone. Think about your true place that you'd like to live. Really nice. A lot of success and health and help in this region. Things that have been being worked on for a while are coming true. People are finishing projects. The movie industry is going again, and I know from insiders that there's a lot of coronavirus being caught on movie sets and issues with it, just like in schools. Are they telling us? No, they just pluck these people out, put them in a hotel room for 2 weeks, put them back in, pluck somebody else out. I mean, they're kind of like pseudo-managing it. King of Cups. Really, every one of these regions has a strong card for coronavirus. Do not let your guard down. Do not let your guard down. I said to Ed, my partner, yesterday, who's working in Florida right now, I said, wear your mask, honey. We're strong, healthy people. We've lived through New Orleans coronavirus, which is strong, and we've been really hardy. But we're also in our 50s. You just don't know. You need to still be really careful. Look at him too. Look how cute he is. He's one of these guys that has that neck thing that's kind of like a little shawl and they just pull it up. That's a really cool use, I think. If the fabric's good, this is a really cool use of that neck shawl. A lot of working men are wearing it, like people that work outside and travel a lot. Corporate office, not as much, you know, they're just keeping the mask on, but people, oh man, gosh, people are getting so much plastic surgery. Wow. That's a great industry, by the way. Go into plastic surgery. Look at these sweet cards. They are beautiful. Happy families, happy children, restoration of faith and hope, promise for the future. Their home is in the background, though. Their home is at a distance. A lot of people in California have second houses. Remember that. Everybody needs a second house. I'm really reassessing living in hurricane territory. Both my houses are in hurricane territory. I need another plan because I'm worn out from dealing with hurricane prep and hurricane cleanup all for half the year. It's a lot of work. I've just paid thousands of dollars to get people to go clean up after Hurricane Sally, and I have to get a new roof. I've had new windows put in. Now I'm prepping New Orleans and Pensacola for another hurricane by the end of the week. Right on row. The South, really good though. I think out of all the cards, this is the best. This western southern region, you're doing really well. Love each other, pat each other on the back or at a distance, high five, you know, fist bump. Do not let your guard down around coronavirus, but really support and work together. You're working together better than the other regions, so you know, do that. Keep doing that. The Southeast, my region, blue. Ha 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 ha. Wish it were blue. It's not. It's red. Well, I was going to say it again, and I hurt people's feelings by saying that in the South we're sort of oblivious. We're happy-go-lucky. We're hardworking. It's warm, so we have that sort of temperament of the islands. You know, like it's hot. We'll get it done at some point. It doesn't matter that much. A lot of traveling is going on in the South. I saw this right in May when they kind of loosened the shutdown for coronavirus. I saw so much traffic on the road traveling, and I was like, what are they doing? Still, young people, parties, out and about, social gatherings, crossing borders, in and out of the schoolroom, in and out of the college campus. Coronavirus uptick in the South is going to be strong in October. You know, how do we really know the numbers? How do we really know? We assume that Johns Hopkins University and the CDC are giving us pretty good, and the World Health Organization are giving us accurate numbers. I don't think it's possible to give accurate numbers about the coronavirus, okay? So take the numbers and add a solid 25% to them, all right? I think that's accurate. People are going to be traveling for weddings a lot in October. Wear your mask. You feel like a dork. Wear your mask. Water, flooding, hurricane issues. It's not over. I did a hurricane report. It's been pretty accurate so far. I don't remember what I said for October. I know that South Florida, I predicted South Florida, like Fort Lauderdale area, to get a pretty bad hurricane. It got something really early in the season. I still wouldn't rule that out. I saw a lot of smaller storms, a lot of small storms that could be tropical storm or hurricane level 1. To me, that's kind of like, normal. I still see a lot of them. And here it is October 5th, and by October 10th, we're going to have another hurricane. I mean, it's pretty mind-blowing to have so many every year now. And not that aggressive a storm, like a Sandy or an Ivan, but enough to really knock out a city for a few months. It's really a pain in the butt. More travel, people coming from different states, a lot of moving in and out of the South, a lot of relocating for work, and in addition to that, taking risk with them and bringing risk with them. But this is a longer range view. These are people in the South thinking about the bigger picture and what do we need to do and where do we need to establish outposts, secondary businesses, franchises. By the end of October, there's going to be a lot of coronavirus illness and death in the South, and in fact, really around the country. And by the end of October, people are going to regret some of their laxness. So, anybody watching, and it's not that many people, but the ones who do, please remind your friends and those people you love to wear their mask and social distance and wash their hands. Those are the tools we have to use, and they are the most successful tools we've achieved or arrived at so far in the pandemic. I do think that I'm going to do a political report. I'm not going to do it right now, but I'll do it tonight or tomorrow morning. And I need to kind of see what's going on because I certainly smell some fish. I don't think that things are going to go smoothly. I think there's going to be a lot of disruption before and after the election. I think there's going to be a lot of questioning and fighting, no matter what, no matter who wins. And I think a lot more people than we imagine will vote third party, which is, I believe in multiple parties, not just two. I believe in freedom of politics. But I think that many people who are third party thinkers aren't really very much understanding the platforms of the third parties because we haven't seen them in action as much as we've heard them talk. So go back and do your research. Because we've got some strong opponents in two different categories. Libertarian, which is Tea Party-ish. Socialist, which is Marxist. And people don't really realize the difference. So I'm going to talk about philosophy and theory in politics and what we really need to think about as voters. And voting matters less and less, probably. I would think that our elections are controlled at least 30% by illegal and outside forces, manipulation, not just popular vote. We know it's not popular vote because the College of Electorates, Electoral College, okay? Business is slow. Business is slow in the U.S., and the economy is faltering, not in the sense of an epic landslide, but it's not building back up at the rate that we wanted it to. Corporate lawyers are going to be cutting and burning and slashing. Watch your job, make sure you're important, make sure to cross-train in other fields of expertise. I love the idea of a lot of people becoming self-employed and starting small entrepreneurial businesses. You don't have to start by becoming an S Corp and making $2 million. You can start by becoming a sole proprietor and working for different people at different things and make $70,000 or $80,000 a year. I mean, yeah, and look at how to become self-employed with the tax code. It's more beneficial than you realize. A lot of people are going to turn towards religion and spirituality more than they have in the past, and a lot of people are going to become ministers. Mm-hmm. And there's going to be a lot of people with different opinions. And a lot of people are going to say, you're wrong, I'm right. Try to get out of that mindset. Try to go back to the universe, creation, and God as a verb and a noun and recognize that it is in constant motion and that the constant motion is the thing of reality. Be a little bit more compassionate and open-minded. Don't be such a bully. Don't push your ideas on other people as much. Try to explain why you have arrived at your ideas in an intelligent, rational way, and also state your emotions. They're two separate things, but it's nice to say, here's how I really feel right now, and this is what I need. And that's separate from what I think. But express both. Express both. Okay, that's my report for October of 2020 for the United States of America. Better than I thought, and in fact, all these reports have been better than I thought. You know, I mean, it's not the Great Depression, and it's not World War II or World War III at this point. It's not 6 nuclear bombs going off. we've got we've got environmental and weather problems in every area. You know, think about that. Think about helping yourself be more prepared and be more fluid or mobile, or uh, have your tactics ready. And read and think for yourself a little bit more. And I think it's not as bad as we think. And if you're in a negative mindset, do things for your health. Help people, volunteer, look to the bright side. You know, you have control over that. And then tune back in, Ellie Barnes Psychic on YouTube, to see my political reporting. And if you have questions, you can send me a message through Ellie Barnes Psychic on Facebook, and I will try to address them and answer. And if you need a personal reading, you can call Hex Old World Witchery at 504-613-0558 and book a personal reading with me or any of our really excellent psychics, or do it online at hexwitch.com. Thank you all for your support. I'm extremely busy. I wouldn't be busy without you, and I love my life and my job, and I'm really rooting for humanity. All right, blessings. Amen.